Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video we're going to make a fruit cake, a Christmas fruit cake. So today we are going to make a boiled fruit cake version. This is easy and a simple recipe, so you don't have many steps to follow, and the combination of fruits can be used as to what you have in with you at that point of time. We don't need to soak the fruits as well. And even if you have soaked fruits, you can use that. This is a very forgiving recipe and one of the easiest fruit cakes you can make for your Christmas. So I would say this is an instant fruit cake. You don't need to wait for too many days to eat this cake as well. This is an alcohol-free cake, but like I said, you can make it with the fruits that you have soaked in alcohol as well. So if you want to see how to make this yummy cake, let's watch the video. So the ingredients we need for our boiled fruit cake are here. So here I've used a mix of dates, I've used figs, I've used cranberries, golden raisins, black raisins, apricots, prunes. So there is a mix of all these fruits and it comes up to a total of 300 grams. Now if you don't have all these fruits, you can just take dates and raisins. If you don't have dates as well, you can just take 300 grams of raisins as well. You can add tutti frutti and cherries as well to it, but I don't have it in stock, so I'm just going to use these fruits. So it's going to be a 300 grams of all the fruits you have in hand, dry fruits. So I'll show you the prunes I've used. This is the prunes I've used. The apricots, these are the ones. And these are the cranberries. So you will get this in most of your grocery stores, or you'll get it on Big Basket as well. And I need 100 grams of mixed dry nuts. So here I've taken a mix of walnuts, cashew nuts and almonds. So again, there is no particular measurement of each nut. You can just take a mix of all these nuts for 100 grams. I've used 55 grams of unsalted butter, 240 ml of water. Then I've taken 200 grams of whole wheat flour. I've taken a little bit extra here as well to dust our fruits. And I've taken 210 grams of jaggery. And here I've taken some spices, and I've taken here our 2 tablespoons of candied orange peel. The recipe is already on the channel. Half a teaspoon of candied ginger. Again, the recipe is on the channel. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. 1 tablespoon of ginger. 1/4 teaspoon of cloves and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder. So now if you have nutmeg, you can use that as well as 1/4 teaspoon. I don't have it in hand, so I've just left it out. So these are the spices. So the first thing I'm going to do here is, in a pan, I'm going to take water. I'm going to take our jaggery. And I'm going to butter. Okay. And half of these dry fruits. I've just taken half of it. You don't need to be precise with half measurement. You can just approximately take half. And I'm going to boil this. Now I'm going to let this boil. If you see, some of the recipes call for all of the fruit to be boiled, but I like 2 different textures of fruits in the cake. That's why I'm boiling half, and I'm letting half, I'm adding half when I'm baking the cake. So I'm going to just let this boil. In the meantime, I've got half of the fruits that were left out, and I'm going to add in the dry nuts. I'm going to add in the orange peel and the candied ginger, and I'm going to just coat them with flour. So I've just mixed the flour. I'm going to coat them with flour. This will help even placement of the fruits in the cake, and all the fruits will not sink towards the end of the cake. So that's why I'm just coating this with flour. I'm going to just leave it aside. Now into the flour, I'm going to add in the baking powder and the spices. I'm going to just mix it. And I'm going to keep this aside as well. So I'm going to just wait for our mixture to boil, and then we'll combine it all together. Now if you see, the mixture started to boil, and the whole thing will smell like caramel. So you can just switch it off the moment the mixture starts to boil. The best thing about this cake is you don't need to make any caramel, and the jaggery itself gives the very nice caramelly taste. Now I'm going to wait for this mixture to cool, and then I'm going to add the eggs and the rest of the ingredients to this. Now that this mixture has cooled, I'm going to add in the eggs. Make sure that you're adding in the eggs only after the mixture is fully cool, and mix it up. Okay. Now that's done. Now I'm going to just pour it into the dry ingredients. I'm going to mix this. Just fold it in. You might think this is a little liquidy, but once you add in the dry fruits coated with flour, then the consistency becomes fine. And like I always say, some flours absorb more water. So if you feel your mixture is a little too dry, go ahead and add a little bit of water to the mixture. And now if you have already soaked dry fruits in alcohol or rum, and if you want to go ahead and still make this cake, you can do with the soaked dry fruits as well. The procedure remains exactly the same, so you can do that. Make sure that you are mixing in the whole of the dry flour. Once the whole thing is mixed, now we're going to add in the fruits that we've coated with flour into it. Okay, and we're going to mix it in. Now here I have lined a tin with parchment paper. So I'm going to just, this is a big cake, so I've lined an 8 by 8 pan with parchment paper. And make sure that you do line it with parchment paper, otherwise it will get stuck in the bottom of the pan. Okay, I'll just pour it in. The baking instructions for the Christmas cake is a little bit different compared to the rest of the cakes. We cook this on low heat for a longer time. So preheat your oven at 150 for 10 minutes and bake it at 150 for about 65 to 70 minutes. So let's bake this now. So our cake is baked and I've just taken it out of the oven. We'll wait for this to cool before we slice into it. Usually we would not slice into this cake as soon as it's baked. We will let it mature for around 3 to 4 days and then we will slice into it. The flavors are best after 3 to 4 days. And to pack it up, we'll just cover it up with parchment paper completely and then cling wrap it and leave it in the refrigerator for the time for 3 to 4 days, and only then we will cut into it. But to show you guys, I'm going to slice into a piece. Still slightly warm. Look at the way the cake is. See the way the fruits are. How delicious this looks. We just can't wait for diving into this now that we've sliced into it. So that's it guys, our Christmas plum cake is done and this is a really easy recipe and do try this out. And if you do like it and if you do try it, do let me know in the comment section. And do consider subscribing to our channel, and do share this recipe with your friends as well. And wishing all of you a Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you again with another Christmas bake. Until then, bye bye.